Just ready to get this show on the road.
The catchphrase of all catchphrases.
Yes,
Man, oh man, boys, did you guys catch that Rams-Buccaneers game on Sunday?
Oh yeah, man, I caught that game, and brother, let me tell you something. If you came to tell me that the Tampa Bay Bucks, was gonna put up 55, I would have been like, "What the?" You know, we on the FCC airways. I can't say the word that I want to say.
Laughed in your
but
face.
I would have laughed in your face, and I'd be like, "Brother, you is wildin'." 55 points that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers put on the Rams. All right.
Hey.
And look, Jameis Winston.
They came out swinging.
I gotta give it to the brother. They came out swinging. Jameis Winston, 28 of 41, 385 yards, 4 touchdowns, had an interception, typical Jameis Winston thing. But for the most part, he made plays.
This had to be obviously he's easily his best performance of the season, and arguably his best of last season compared to last season as well. The biggest thing for me, guys, real quick, the first drive was amazing. They drove down the field. Barber actually tops it off with the quick touchdown. Then they stop the Rams and they get the ball back. Good old-fashioned shootout at the end of the first half. Second half was when the shootout really began. But the biggest thing for me here, boys, was Winston's ability to stay composed in the pocket, make smart decisions other than the interception in the third quarter, and complete a lot of his passes. He really looked on the money. Big game by Winston, and even more by his receiver, Chris Godwin.
Yeah, Chris Godwin
was incredible.
He's playing like a god.
Incredible.
You know what I'm saying? Like his name, Godwin. He was playing like a god. 12 receptions, 172 yards, and 2 touchdowns. This brother, oh my gosh. Mike Evans, obviously the reliable Mike Evans. 4 receptions, 89 yards, and a touchdown.
I gotta keep it real with you, man.
Let's see what you got to say, Rob.
Yeah.
Let's give Rob the headline.
Listen.
Rob, can we give you the headline?
Let's go.
Are the Rams
Talk to me, Rob.
a team that should now be second guessed and looked at better? Are they really a powerhouse team, or are the Buccaneers the real deal?
So let me run it down for you.
What's going on here, Rob?
Come on, Rob.
You know what? Let's get in the house.
It's getting hot in this boot. 80 degrees tomorrow, y'all. 80 daggone degrees. They trying to get people sick. It was cold today. I got a sweater on. All right, and it's gonna be 80 tomorrow.
Rob, answer that headline. What do you think?
The Rams are still a team to beat. I'll tell you what. The Rams get into these games like you saw last year. You saw
a lot of shootouts.
Chiefs-Rams was a crazy, action-packed, shooting the ball.
That is the Chiefs. It is the Chiefs.
So let me tell you this. Jared Goff came out and threw for 517, which is crazy.
My Lord.
But 3 picks and how many fumbles? 1 or 2?
I think
he might have had 2 fumbles.
I think he had 2.
So I think he had 5 turnovers individually.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. 5 individual turnovers is unacceptable.
That was
so
big.
That's the difference in the game.
I mean,
if he throws 500 yards and 4 touchdowns, no turnovers, the Rams win this game like 60-30 or something.
You can put up 650 yards, but if you turn the ball over like he did, you're not going to win the game.
I mean, at the end of the day, they had this brother throwing over 60 times. That's unheard of.
I mean, that right there was incredible.
That's unheard of.
They didn't get Gurley in the offense at all. That's what killed them.
Exactly. That's because they were down. The Bucks came out firing. They had no choice but to catch up. You can't play catch up running the football when you're losing. You only run the football when you're trying to keep the other team off. You can't run the clock out. You have to sling the football. And that's exactly what they did.
They're a hell of a team.
Now, I'll tell you what.
They averaged 30-plus points a game last year.
Yes, sir.
Two things. Bucks just lost to the Giants last week. Let's not forget. The Giants are not a super team. The
Bucks were up in that game, played good.
The Bucks
played good.
Football.
Well,
they played good. They just folded like a cheap tent.
Didn't get a win against.
They've been on the road against Carolina. I know Cam Newton is banged up, but they won that game that they were supposed to win. They're 2-2. I'm not trying to say they're a playoff team. I'm not trying to say they're a playoff team, but
I'll tell you this.
Are they the real deal? Are they the real deal, Rob?
I'll tell you this. They made the right call with not keeping Fitzpatrick and going with Winston.
Yes, sir.
Winston will come into his own as a QB, as much as I don't like him. I think they're going to give the wild card a run.
He's calling you out.
So
Winston.
I'll tell you what. Do I know if they're the real deal right now? No. Let's say they've got a decent shot at being the real deal. As of right now, they got a shot. they're not nothing set in stone. You know what I'm saying? But
the real deal or the real Leel?
Oh, the real Leel. Robert Woods, 13 receptions, 164. Thanks for calling my name. I'm back in the huddle. 13 receptions, 164 yards for Robert Woods. Monster game. Cooper Kupp, 9 receptions, 121 yards, 1 touchdown. I mean, they put up 40 points.
To go off what Rob said, I think that it's too early. It's too early to say if they're the real deal. But if they play consistent football like they've played, I agree they are a wild card team.
I mean, the
NFC is tough, though. The NFC is tough.
On the same foot, man. You talking about the Rams losing a game like this? You know, it happens, but you can't say they're not the real deal. At the same time, you're saying the Bucs might be. It's nothing set in stone. It's
I think the Rams are more the real deal than the Bucs are the real deal. You know what I'm saying? I think the Rams.
The Rams are defending NFC champs.
Exactly.
I can see that.
But Ndamukong Suh, him being able to return that ball in the end zone, revenge game for him. That was a perfect way for him to go out. You know what I'm saying? A revenge game against your old team. And
their defense didn't do much. They had 2 sacks at best, I think. The Bucs defense was on fire. They got pressure on Goff. They forced turnovers.
And Goff,
that was the biggest thing.
A lot of people, and yes, I know Goff has played good the last few seasons, but when Goff is pressured and you getting goals faced, generally that happens to 98% of the quarterbacks.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
I mean, that generally happens to 98% of the quarterbacks in the league. You don't want to face pressure. That's a human nature. You want to come, if a guy 300 pounds coming at you, right? But when Goff is literally under pressure, he looks like a 4 different quarterback. When he has time and he can sit there and feed off a Gurley and make those passes down the field, Goff looks like a top 10 quarterback in the league.
I feel like Goff is just in a good system.
Yeah,
he's in a good unit.
I can see that.
Todd Gurley,
Sean McVay.
McVay, you have Todd Gurley. You have offensive weapons off the wazoo with wide receivers.
Let me say this. That receiving trio could be the best in the league.
Easily.
It is the best in the league.
Easily.
Forget could be, it is.
Woods, Kupp, and Cooks.
Sammy Watkins and Tyreek Hill. Got something to say about that.
That's not a wide. Who's the third one? Who's their third wide receiver?
I mean, Travis Kelce. They still got Travis Kelce.
Tight end. He's not
he's technically a receiver, though.
Yeah, he
doesn't block. He's a receiver.
Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce.
They're up there. That's
I'm telling you what, Sammy Watkins is
but I agree with you, though. I think that's number one.
But
they've been the most consistent.
I'll tell you what, the Chiefs 3 look better because Mahomes better than Goff by a long shot.
True.
That's why they might.
Mahomes makes you look good.
And Mahomes makes everyone.
He makes everybody look good.
He's spinning around, throwing sidearm, all kinds of craziness.
You'll get it to him later.
Yeah, Mahomes boy's crazy, man. But listen, Rams, good team. Not worried about this loss. It's ugly that they gave up that many points, but Goff got to work on turning the ball over, man. If he cuts down,
turning the ball over.
Yeah, right. That's what. If he stops turning the ball over, if that's one pick, fumbles happen. You know, fumbles happen, but if that's one pick and another touchdown, this is a different game, dude. If these Bucs don't get these turnovers on defense, then they're in business. So that's something to watch out for in weeks to come.
Hot take. I think this Buccaneers team have a legitimate chance on going on the road against a Drew Brees-less Saints team and winning that game. I think they have a good. I'm gonna pick the Buccaneers.
I can see that. Look what they just did against one of the powerhouse teams of the NFC. You got no Drew Brees in the pocket. You give Shaq Barrett a good chance.
And that defense give Teddy Bridgewater a hard time. I can see that.
If the Bucs beat the Saints next week, they're definitely the real deal. Right now, they're on the bubble.
That's true. I agree with that. They're on the seesaw right now.
Yeah.
But if you beat the Saints,
blitz, ball's out. Buccaneers are going to win this game. And Ndamukong Suh, a former Ram, is in the end zone.